I mean, you can destroy them in an instant. With this game, it takes strategicness and all that kind of junk all together. One player versus one enemy. So that looks pretty cool. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think, and they have that new gameplay mechanic with like the partner that you get in the game. It's like your partner, and they can do the crazy flips and stuff on them. But they aren't going to have any time reversal moves is the thing. But it looks like they're just kind of supplementing that with like your partner being able to bring you back from the dead or something like that. So it'll be interesting. I mean, it's going to be the time stuff was a very interesting gameplay mechanic, and I really liked it. So I'll be interested to see if they're able to come up with something as good as that. Or if this whatever they're implementing new is going to be as fun as that was, because that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's good that they're updating it, just because it needed to be updated really badly.
Right. Because by the time
it was. I mean, they oversaturated it like really quickly. Basically, that game, like they made like 2 sequels in a very short amount of time.
Right.
Yeah, it was. It's good to see they're doing something.
Yeah, it seems though. It was Two Thrones was the latest game, and what the Warrior Within? I think that was the second one that came out.
Yeah, Warrior. Yeah, and then Sands of Time.
See, the Warrior Within is like the, I guess you could say the new metal. It was all like badass and stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. I own it. It's actually kind of shitty.
And that was mostly for, they've got the sexy villain and just tons of gore, stuff like that. The third one I played the third one. It was pretty cool a little bit. I mean, I didn't play through the entire thing, but it seemed pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the third one was pretty good. It basically just kind of, it wasn't as good as the first one, but it kind of went back to what the first one was about than the second one, where they tried to make it all dark and evil. Yeah.
You seem to be I don't know, on my side. Maybe it's not for recording, but you seem to be cutting out for me anyways.
I do? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just say Mike,
okay,
Charles.
No problem.
Yeah. Like I yell at you. Hang on, let me turn up my thing a little bit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's not that. It's just that you cut out for some reason. That's it. It probably is recording fine, so I don't know.
Okay.
But, yeah. So.
Dead air.
Go ahead.
One game I'm getting excited about that's coming up is Left 4 Dead. That's the new zombie game made by the guys who made Half-Life. They're basically using the same Half-Life engine, but it's the game is, how do I explain it? It's a multiplayer game, a co-op multiplayer game exclusively, just co-op multiplayer. And they just put you in a city filled with thousands and thousands of zombies and give you like guns. And you just have to try to make them from safe point to safe point and like make it out of the city. And it looks pretty crazy. I'm pretty excited for it.
That's cool, man. I see it says right here on IGN, setting out to do for co-op gaming what Counter-Strike did for team combat. So
yep,
that looks pretty cool. Is it just for the 360, or is it also coming out for the
PC?
The PC?
Yeah, it's originally PC, and then I think they're porting it to 360.
Yeah. That's what it has. Right. It'll probably come out for the PlayStation 2, or PlayStation 3. You know what I mean? So
essentially, yeah. See,
that's cool, man. Oh, they're porting. What's that zombie game that came out for the 360? Dead something.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. They're bringing it over to the Wii, which, as a Wii owner, I'm totally not going to buy it. I mean, it's got to be an amazing game. Because, well, first of all, that game relied heavily on just numbers. You know what I mean? Just as many villains, as many zombies as you can on the screen. I don't think they can do that, and I think that's what might make the game kind of shitty for the Wii. So, and basically anything that's ported to the Wii is shit. So, except for
what about Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, but that was originally
Leon.
Yeah, exactly.
Eon!
Okami's pretty cool, but like, I don't know. It seems a lot. Most of the time, I'm very wary. I guess I should say about any third-party title coming over to the Wii that's already on like the PlayStation or the 360. So,
well, it'll be interesting.
Now
here's something we should probably bring up. StarCraft 2 is coming out, right? And
when?
Huh? When? I don't know. They haven't announced it yet. But what they have just announced is that the game is going to be broken up into 3 different games.
That's right.
So you know how like in the original StarCraft, it was like you'd be the humans, you could be the Protoss or whatever their name was, and you could be the Zerg. In this game, if you want to be the Protoss, you have to buy a game. You have to buy the Protoss game.
God.
If you want to be the humans, you have to buy the human game. If you want to be the Zerg, you have to buy the Zerg game. And they're saying, and their excuse for doing this, and you can tell my bias for this already,
for money,
is that it's going to help, greater involve the gaming experience and really allows them to get into the characters of each race, while they're with the gamer as they're doing the game by breaking up into 3 different games and by making you go out and buy 3 separate games for the same, freaking game. So, yeah, I'm not happy about
the game
that.
isn't out yet.
It's a giant
marketing ploy.
It's a giant marketing ploy, and it's, I don't know if people are going to fall for it. They're basically, the idea is they're going to get people to, buy the same game 5 times, or 3 times, rather. Right. And it kind of pisses me off that they think they just pull this off and everyone will just be stupid enough to buy into it without not seeing blatantly what they're doing. So,
wait a
minute. They're just doing this to, make more money off of us.
I mean, unless the games are,
I am a little pissed off about it.
Unless the games are $20 each,
yeah,
which would have come out to about $60 of what it would.
60, yeah, which would come out to normal. No, but what's gonna be? They're gonna be slightly more expensive than it would be if you're going to buy each game as one, so it's going to be like, each game will be like $30,
right.
So it doesn't seem like being ripped off that
that's not $60. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So in the end, you're paying $30 more than you should. It's going to be like something like that, you know?
Right. And, well, that's the same thing with, at the time with...
I mean, I guess the game must have gotten incredibly expensive to make. I mean, I don't know. It just pissed me off. What weird thing to do is they're going to release Diablo, 3 in each and for each race, for each class, you're going to have buy a different disc to play the different class. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous.
Man, tons of people still play StarCraft. Tons of people still do that.
Yeah, it's so... I know.
So it kind of makes sense in that sense for a business-wise to do something like that. You know what I mean?
It makes complete sense. Just reading the forums, there are people falling for it, and I don't know. It's just kind of...
Well, that's the thing.
It's,
Go ahead. No, I'm just going
to
say that, I think gamers, they seem to think that the industry isn't a real business for some reason. For instance, when they make petitions to keep a game on one console, you know what I mean? Like say having Final Fantasy. You don't realize that this is a real business, that they're in the business for making money. This isn't for art. You know what I mean? This isn't for the fans. It's for putting food on the table.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So,
or Porsches in the driveway.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes sense on a business end. If they can do it, why not?
Yeah. This is why I hate the whole fanboyism for the consoles, because it's just like, nobody cares. The developers don't care what console they're working on. It's whatever they can sell it to. So it's just about the games, at least for me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, I'm not a big Sony fan, only because I think the games that go on there are pretty good, but it's really just, it's kind of like Walmart in a sense. It's just, I don't like...
I think you're a fanboy.
No. For Nintendo, definitely. I love their games and stuff like that. But here's the reason. With Sony, they just have a history of being so arrogant. You know what I mean? And that turns me off. That's the reason why
I would just go for the games. I wouldn't worry about the consoles, the companies. I would just worry about the games.
No,
of course. This day and age, I guess it doesn't really matter because most games are being Xbox and PS3 at the same time. So